enjoy a little break from me.
Yes. Thanks for the commentary, Antwerp. And now I have Santa rocking comms with me. How are you doing, big fella?
What is good? I'm doing well. I'm excited to get that lame commentator out of here. I hate that guy. Anyways, I'm excited to
well, only
commentate
positive
my
vibes.
favorite player now. We got Antwerp versus Jamesibell.
Oh. And both players opting to not run their
I
mains.
love this.
It's a little bit clown shoes here over in the OCE side. Jamesibell rocking the Blaziken.
See,
and
you're
Antwerp.
totally right. But this is absolutely a serious attempt, right? Like,
For sure.
Jamesibell's Blaziken is nothing to scoff at. This is definitely one of Jamesibell's strongest characters.
Do we see the
one of his many.
Lapio? No, we say the Whimsicott.
Whimsicott's a very strong choice here against Chandelure. But actually, I'm more interested in seeing Antwerp's Chandelure here because Antwerp is not really known for playing any other character other than Sceptile and Machamp. So I'm excited to see what he can pull off.
James finding his way in with Blaze Kicks, and then we opt for the grab. Here we go. The mind games have begun. We're not going to Brave Bird in.
Yeah,
and using Skog to beat out that homie.
Yeah, good reaction. Yeah, so
yeah.
Jamesibell going for some risky options here and getting punished for it. Yeah, it seems like Jamesibell already at rage with the defense debuff and red health.
Oh, that was a beautiful JY to avoid the laser. Oh, but Ant has these reactions down.
Yeah, James needs to find some sort of pressure that isn't aerial and that doesn't get beaten by the 8Y. But also, did you see that? The Smog getting blown up by the Whimsicott there. Whimsicott going against Jamesibell here. His own support. Oh, jab into 8Y.
That was a very tricky situation for James. He was looking for just a little bit more meter to build so he had bursts available. Oh, and Ant with these back wires, very oppressive pressure. Manages to get the CA off of the homie. No, we're not grabbing those. And answering back with his own grab.
Yeah, Ant seems to be in his head now. It's this field phase has totally shifted from the first round. But now Ant seems to be on top of things. Yeah, that charge, the Beyblade going through.
Oh, Ant dashes over Will-O-Wisp but gets caught with the 8Y.
Yeah, Ant's anti-air game is fantastic. Alright, there's the Whimsicott, and Ant knowing that he can just abuse that Whimsicott with Smog. Okay, these
the clash with the Blade Kicks?
Okay, there's the burst. Looks like James wants Ant in the corner here. The Snivy trying to stall out as much time as possible, but the Blaze, the Brave Bird going through. Ant jumping over, and James just a little bit slow.
What are we punishing with JX?
Ooh, getting the reset. And going for grab. The heck? That looks like it's going to be rough. Antwerp taking game 1 with that Chandelure. Now that must be really demoralizing for James here, because not only is this a character that James might not have that much matchup experience against, but also Ant seemed to be really dominant in that game. He once he had the download after fluffing around a little bit in that first round, he just seemed to be on top of it, knew all the right reads to make, and had all the right spacings and reactions with anti-air. So I'm excited to see if Jamesibell can turn this around.
I mean, when the character you're playing against can be beaten with just one button, 8Y, you don't really have to put much thought process into it. Just shoot lasers, 8-pot chip, and 8Y.
Yeah, it looks like Jamesibell's really going to have to break that millennial mold.
Yeah. I guess in this case, he's eating some chicken nuggies with this Ken. We'll see how James adapts here. Oh, that JY into JX going to run into the Will-O-Wisp. And then just leaving him outside with these backwires and the Will-O-Wisps. And finding his way in.
That Flame Burst read not really working. Jamesibell now has the corner, but Ant just reacting to that Brave Bird with the 8Y. James hasn't realized that Ant can do that consistently. Pressuring with 6YY, and then anti-air Smog just taking that space back. Jamesibell has to work really hard to get past here. That's perfect micro spacing with punishing that J side Y with the laser.
James finding his way in with that +4 Brave Bird, but it's not going to matter. Overheat.
That's huge.
Dance on him.
Jamesibell going through the entire field phase just in the air, not touching the ground. Floor is lava around Antwerp.
And sitting very comfy with this lead.
Ooh, I like that use of the JY to shield himself from the back Y anti-air, but couldn't find an opening to get that hit in that he wanted. Jamesibell getting caught by that 2Y from mid-screen. That gives Ant Oki, and there's the burst to get out of that
had enough.
And despite James being in the corner here against Ant, he has to burst. Oh, the overheat putting him right back.
Armor the armor.
Ant does not want to let him go.
Oh, Ant caught sleeping on that JX, so
probably that speed debuff makes him too slow. Ooh, the shield looking red. Right, Ant bursting out. He doesn't want to get shield broken.
Yeah. We're gonna burst for chip, and we're gonna get the speed buff.
That's huge.
Oh,
what a huge read! Is this gonna kill him? Not quite, right? Yeah, not quite.
Oh, but it doesn't.
Where's the Oki? Amazing.
Oh, that was a beautiful bait from James.
James, 1 round away from losing the set, but choosing to go for the riskiest hard read. Seems like Jamesibell is starting to get that download he needs.
We jump over those will-o-wisps. Neutral-wise coming out. Oh, but Smog beats out the homie.
James is in. Oh, that anti-air going through. James needs to go for something other than these Brave Bird lunges. Oh, and that overheat with defense debuff, putting him back in rage.
Oh, dance on him, man. Dance on him. Do it again.
The JYY.
In his face.
Look at that Snivy.
Oh,
no grab. Alright, minus 16. No punish. Alright, Antwerp getting that Smog yet again. Jamesibell just needs to find some sort of pressure. Too afraid of the grab and getting clipped by that 5Y on Oki. Antwerp taking that game. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, what are you really supposed to do in a matchup like that, though?
Yeah. I'm not sure. 8Y it is a very powerful tool against Blaziken. As some people may know, Blaziken, a lot of his options are high, mid-highs, so you just press your mid-high immune button and you win.
And thankfully for Chandelure, it's